Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I created this simple glam look. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for weekly uploads. Okay, let's get right into it. I started with micellar water from Simple. I started cleansing the face. This micellar water helps to remove dirt from the skin. It also mattifies the skin and ensures there's not much oil on the skin. I also shaved the eyebrows and cleansed it properly. I now applied my toner. This toner is by CeraMed. I applied this toner to minimize the pores on the skin and also to ensure that the skin is well hydrated. That's what this toner does, and it also controls oil on the face. After applying this toner, I now applied my moisturizer by Nivea. This is Nivea Perfect and Radiant. It's a day cream. It's really good. It's lovely. It moisturizes the skin. It helps the makeup sit properly on the skin. I went also to apply it with my fingers to ensure it goes in properly into the skin. And after that, I applied my sweat and oil barrier. This is by Adventure. This sweat and oil barrier locks up the skin. It helps to control oil on the face. You know, Nigeria is really hot, so we have to really protect the skin from the oil and then excess sweat. So that's what this does. It helps lock up the makeup, even the eyebrow. It will help it to sit properly without moving. So that's what the sweat and oil barrier does. If you're where you are is cold, you can just go on to apply your primer and you'll be fine with it. Okay, this primer will be fine. You don't need to apply this sweat and oil barrier, so it won't be too hard on the skin. So after the sweat and oil barrier, we now applied our face primer. And then we applied our face primer after this. We had to fan it to dry first before applying the face primer, as you can see. So that's the face primer. This face primer is by Absolute. It mattifies the skin also, and it's going to loosen the face a bit from the sweat and oil barrier we applied. It won't be so tight after this primer. So we apply the primer all over the face, especially on the T-zone where the sun usually hits the forehead, the cheeks, the nose, and then the chin. That's where you apply your primer. And any area you know you sweat a lot, you can apply your primer there. So we applied our foundation. Also, this is by Milani Conceal Perfect. This is in the shade tan. Applied it all over the face, guys, and I'm using my kabuki brush to apply this foundation. You can use whatever suits you. You can use your beauty blender if that's what you really like. You can use your beauty blender or you use the kabuki brush. It's a very short brush that you just dab it into the skin. It just goes right into it and helps the foundation sit very well. I'm really comfortable with this, so I love using it to apply the foundation all over my face. And when applying this foundation, you want to apply it on the hairline. Don't forget the ears, also the jawline, and then you can bring it down the neck so that you don't look as if you're wearing a mask. You bring the foundation down to the neck area. Okay, apply it seamlessly around the face, and then went on to highlight the face with our concealer. This concealer is also by Milani in the shade Warm Beige. So we applied the concealer under the eye, the chin, the bridge of the nose, and the forehead. And I went in to blend it properly with my beauty blender. You want to blend this properly. When applying your under eye concealer, you ask your client to look up to look up so that you can, easily blend it properly, and you have to take your time to blend this out. If you don't blend it properly, the skin beneath the eye area will break if it's not properly blended. That's why you see most people, their concealer breaks under the eye. Okay, so after you have applied the concealer, go in with that brush or your beauty blender that you use to apply your foundation, because it still has the product on, to blend the line around the concealer, the line that meets the foundation and the concealer. You want to blend that out properly so that there won't be any harsh line. The concealer, the foundation will just blend in without any harsh lines. You can see me doing that, trying to blend the foundation also with it. And I went into contour. Now right now I'm contouring the face. I'm trying to create structure on the face, so the face won't just, be like that without any structure. You can see now the cheekbone is out on that area, so you want to do that. Just where your hairline is, straight down, you contour that area, and then went in to touch the nose also a bit. And please guys, when doing this, make sure it's very light. Just use two shades, darker than your actual foundation shade, and try to blend it out properly so it looks very natural, not highly pigmented, and you can't blend it out. It would look very unnatural. So take your time to blend this out properly. You can use one shade darker than your foundation also to do this. For the highlighting concealer, two shades also, it's fine. So we went in with our Flawless Ivy Loose Powder. This is in the shade Banana. So went in to apply it on the areas that we highlighted. You can see me doing it on the forehead, underneath the eye, the bridge of the nose, because we highlighted those areas. Under the eye also, you want to apply this powder. You want to apply it under the eye, dabbing it properly so that the concealer you apply there will set properly. If you don't do this properly, it can break. Okay, so you want to set that properly. After you have done that, for the rest of the face, just go in with your exact shade of powder, or your client's exact shade of powder. Go in with your powder brush and then blend this out into the skin. You can dab it in, you can apply the powder in a circular motion. Just apply the powder that is the same shade with the face. Okay, and then take a smaller brush and remove the excess product of your loose powder under the eye. Remove the excess product so that it will look very smooth. You can see me removing it there, removing the excess product from the face. Okay, so after you're done doing that, just ensure that you apply it properly. And then when we're done doing that, we still went in to apply more powder under the neck area, and then I applied the loose powder under the eyes, because this time around we want to apply the eyeshadow, guys, and we don't want any droppings on her skin. That's why we're applying that, so it will be easy to just, sweep it out with your brush when you're done. So we started with the eyebrow. That's the Davis pencil I'm using. Guys, please sharpen your pencil very, very well. Let it be very sharp before you do this. Okay, so that you will have a very straight line. And don't bend your hand down. Don't slant it when you're trying to draw the line. Make sure the tip of the pencil is pointed. That's how you can easily draw a smooth and straight line. Okay, following the natural shape of the eyebrow. Follow the natural shape of the eyebrow. You don't want it to be too big, you don't want it to be too small. Let it just be a normal size, not too big and not too small. Okay, so I went in to blend, and when you're applying that pencil, don't start from the beginning. Move it in a bit to draw the line, so the beginning part of your eyebrow will look very natural. So I went in there now to apply my brow gel. As you can see now, that brow gel is by NYX. That's NYX tinted brow mascara. I'm applying to the eyebrow already, and then I'm going in with my pencil to draw strokes on the eyebrow. You can see me drawing strokes. We want this brow to look very natural, so your pencil has to be very sharp to create the strokes. You just create light strokes like you want to mimic hairs on the eyebrow. Okay, don't press the pencil down. Don't pray. If you press it down, you won't have those light strokes coming out. You know, it will be cakey and it will be sticky, and then it will be too, too dark for you. And we don't want that kind of eyebrow, so we just want our brow looking very simple. So after doing that, I think I went in now with my brow. Okay, so we just brushed it up to blend with the eyebrow. So for that, now we're applying our concealer to line the eyebrow. So we're lining the eyebrow with concealer. So for this eyebrow, you can use the same concealer you used to do the highlight, to highlight this your brow bone area. So that's the brow bone area we're trying to highlight. Any area you are light on the face is a place that the light catches. Those are the highest point of the face where light catches. We want that part to be, protruding, to be brightened. So we're going in with the concealer to highlight that part of the eye. And I'm setting it now with that matte foundation shade that is, same color with the brow bone. I'm just setting that concealer so it sets properly. And then we go in with that natural shade. You can see it, just slightly darker than our skin tone. We're going to sweep this now on the crease. Okay, so we're using that as our transition color. So we apply that all over the crease area, from taking it from the outer point, sweeping it into the middle point of the crease area. So it depends on the look you are creating. That will also determine how far you sweep it. You can sweep it halfway, you can sweep it straight into the crease area if you want. Okay, so that's the transition. I'm taking it right in because of the look I'm trying to create. Okay, so we just sweep that shade into it to create a sort of depth. So what this does, it contours the eye area, that part of the eye. You don't put a shimmer eyeshadow. Okay, you use a mattifying eyeshadow. The matte is the one that does not shine at all. That's the one you use on that part of the eye. If you use the shiny one, it will make it look puffy. Okay, so we want to sweep that foundation into the crease. Now you can see now we're sweeping it into the crease. Use a darker one to just create a smoky effect around the outer corner of the eye. You can see me doing that. We just do that at the outer corner of the eye just to create a smoky effect. Okay, so we went in now with our eyeshadow primer to apply on the eyelid. This eyeshadow primer helps the eyeshadow to sit properly, and also it also helps the color you want to use to come out more. That's if you want the color to pop. Okay, it helps the eyeshadow to pop by using this color of primer. So I went in with that shade, that very bright shade. And when applying your eyeshadow, you want to use the lightest color in the inner corner of the eye. All right, so that's why I use that light color in the inner corner. So that's like a pinky shade. Now I'm going to dab it on that bright color I put in the inner corner of the eye, on the middle lid. Now you can see me dabbing that pinky shade on it. And when applying different colors on the lid, please try to put each color on each other and try to blend it out so it has this gradient effect. It won't have line. Everybody will see where you joined each color. You just dab it in on like the tip of the other color, and then you just keep dabbing it, and you just see that gradient effect. It just flows. The whole color will just flow into one another. It just gives you this beautiful look. See, now I'm going in with a darker pinky shade. That's like the third color I'm using now on that lid. I'm still going to place it just right after the pinky shade I used. Okay, so You can see me now. I'm just blending out the crease area a bit. All right, so you can see what I'm doing there now. I'm dabbing the brown color I used for the crease. I'm dabbing it at the end of the eyeshadow, as you can see. I'm just dabbing it just to create that smoky effect at the end of all the colors I've put. And I'm sweeping out the powder on the face. So it's good to do this. Peradventure any product falls on the face, it will be very easy to sweep it out. There won't be any stains on the face. So guys, please pardon this video. Next time I'm going to move the camera very close. I realized it wasn't close enough. Okay, so now we go in with our eyeliner pencil. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have watched this far, please subscribe to my channel and always come every week for more tutorials. So that's eyeliner from, that's a water liner from Karate. That's a gel liner I'm using, and I also went in to apply the eyeliner on the eye. This is by Zaron liquid eyeliner. I really like it because the brush is very thin and it helps to create this precise effect. It's very easy to create the wing. It makes it so easy. It's a very thin, beautiful brush, and that's a very, very good eyeliner by Zaron. Okay, so you want to take your time to apply this eyeliner. Don't be too fast, don't be in a hurry when you're doing it. Take your time. Okay, if you make any mistake, you can correct it by applying the eyeshadow on it. So that's mascara. This mascara is by Zaron lengthening mascara. That's what I'm using there now. That's what I'm using. That's Zaron lengthening mascara. I went on to apply the false lash on the lashes. As you can see, this is really a very subtle look, not too much. It's just simple because that's what she wanted. She wanted a very simple look, a natural look. So we created this glam look for her. So that's our bronzer. And I went in to apply my bronzer. Okay, so that bronzer is by CoverGirl True Blend in the shade So Flushed. That's CoverGirl True Blend. So we applied our bronzer on the parts of the face, the hairline area, because we wanted to create warmth on the face. As you can see, the forehead now, there's this warmth around it, and then on the areas where we contoured, the cheekbone area, beneath the cheekbone, we applied it there. Okay, just to create that warmth. And also the part of the face that is down, also we created the warmth to give our face that slim effect. And then went in to apply the blush. As you can see, we applied that blush on the highest point of the cheek, and that's our highlighter by MAC. This is MAC mineralized skin finish in gold deposit. So we applied it on just a little on the highest point of the cheeks and on the bridge of the nose. Okay, on the bridge of the nose we applied it, and that's our Vaseline lip balm. So we apply this just for a little moisture on the skin, on the lips, sorry about that, on the lips. And then we went in with our lip palette to apply our lips. So we lined the lips with a brown dark color and blended it properly. We created the line. Meanwhile, when I was applying the foundation, I also dabbed it on the lips just to upgrade the look of the skin on the lips. Okay, so you can do that so that the color you are going to put on the lips will sit properly. It will easily come out. If the client's lip is dark and you don't do this, you'll be struggling to have your color show on the lips. Okay, so you do that by applying the lip balm. You now color with a dark shade, and then the lips, and you can see me applying the fix spray. That's by Kiss Beauty's fix spray. So guys, this is the finished look. You can see Our client is very happy. She looks gorgeous. Please subscribe and like and share this video. And also put the notification bell on so anytime I post a video, you always see it. Every week we're going to be posting videos on this channel, videos that you will learn from and love, guys. So this is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. Bye, guys.